Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be looking at Knott's Berry Farm's big problem. As you can probably guess from the title, Knott's Berry Farm has a big problem. This is a problem a lot of parks are having recently, and that is land. Now these are mostly Cedar Fair parks with this problem. And today we are going to be looking at Knott's Berry Farm and their land problem. Now to understand how we got here to the Knott's Berry Farm we know today, let's look at a brief history. In 1920, Walter and Cordelia, sorry if I said that wrong, Knott settled in Buena Park, California, and wanted a way to make money during the Great Depression. They started a roadside berry stand in the 1940s, and over the years it had grown into a restaurant and several shops and other attractions. With a growing number of visitors, they decided to create Ghost Town, for people to go to while they waited for a table at the ever so popular restaurant. Over the next 2 decades, they would continue to expand, adding new attractions. And in 1968, it became a gated amusement park, where you would now need to pay to enter the park instead of just being able to walk around for free while you waited for the restaurant. In 1997, the park was sold to Cedar Fair for $245 million, and since then has continued to be one of the 10 most visited parks in the United States. Now, despite bringing 20% of Cedar Fair's revenue, they do not get new roller coasters often, or if they do, it's very sporadically. The first roller coaster added to the park was Corkscrew in 1975. Then 3 years later, in 1978, they built a Schwarzkopf shuttle loop, which is the only one left in the US. Then, not adding another roller coaster until 1990 with a Boomerang, and 5 years later, in 1995, they added a Zerier family roller coaster, and the first roller coaster under Cedar Fair's ownership came in 1997 with Windjammer Surf Racers. I already covered that disaster of a roller coaster in my last video. A year later, they added a kiddie coaster, and the standout roller coaster of the entire park, even to this day, Ghost Rider. Then in 2002, they added the world's first hydraulic launch coaster with accelerator. Then 2004, they added an inverted coaster named Silver Bullet, and 2007 with Sierra Sidewinder, then 2013 with a wild mouse named Coast Rider, and the latest addition in 2018 with Hang Time. But all these attractions haven't been built without others being removed, as Knott's Berry Farm has removed 5 roller coasters and over 30 attractions over the years. Now, similar to parks like Cedar Point, they have no room to expand. Knott's Berry Farm sits on a city block surrounded by houses and businesses. This is the main reason, while even bringing 20% of Cedar Fair's revenue, they still don't get as many rides as other parks. And if they want to get a new ride, they will have to remove existing attractions in order to get something new. We saw that recently with Hang Time in 2018, where they removed the Boomerang to build this new Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster. Recently, we have seen Cedar Fair take a different approach with their parks, with not just adding roller coasters, but redoing parts of the park that look old or worn out. This is the case with Knott's, as next year they are opening Fiesta Village, along with a retheme of Montezuma's Revenge. Not being able to add new attractions is not always bad, because a lot of the attraction money that would be spent on roller coasters is going towards guest experience rather than new rides, which is why this is such a beloved park. But this park is already packed with roller coasters, even if they wanted to remove something like Accelerator, which, spoiler, is not going to happen. I couldn't see them removing Silver Bullet despite it taking up a decent plot of land. Obviously not Ghost Rider. Remove Coast Rider, which is already an extremely hated wild mouse, will not be missed at all. As well as remove the 2 flat rides sitting right next to it on the man-made lake, or the little body of water, and put a big 500-foot RMC T-Rex. I'm kidding. But maybe something obviously compact, because there is no chance they're going to work with Intamin. So maybe put a single rail roller coaster here. Obviously a large-scale model. With California's Great America closing soon, it'll be one of the only single rail roller coasters in California. Even with Wonder Woman just an hour away, they could still easily make this the tallest single rail roller coaster in the world, and do what Six Flags does and add a foot to the height to make it the tallest in the world. I heard a while back Cedar Fair and RMC, Rocky Mountain Construction, are not on the best terms, but that was a while ago, so I heard they also could have made up. Anyway, My next genius idea for what to do with Knott's Berry Farm is an actual solution this time. For a while, the parking lot has been taking up, a lot of space. All we have to do is cut a huge chunk into the parking lot, and while this could possibly destroy guest experience, and I don't know where they would put a parking lot, considering, the topic of this video, they have no space, so where would they put a parking lot after cutting a huge chunk into it? Even though they have no space to expand, but this way they would be able to expand the park or cut into the employee parking lot, or an even better idea, cut into the Soak City parking lot. As far as I'm concerned, there's a bridge, well not a bridge, but an underground passageway connecting Soak City parking lot to the Knott's Berry Farm entrance, and I'm pretty sure it is used as an overflow or general parking for the Knott's Berry Farm. No idea though. I'm pretty sure the other one is just an employee parking or hotel parking. But make the water park parking lot both parks parking lot, because that parking lot is gigantic, way bigger than the Knott's parking lot. And once again, I'm pretty sure they use the Soak City parking lot as overflow for Knott's. I'm not really sure though how the parking situation is set up at all over there, because I've never been. However, the biggest rumor and what could actually work is either a B&M Hyper or a Giga. This is the last Cedar Fair park that could actually potentially get a Hyper or Giga, considering they have neither a B&M Hyper or a Giga. However, there are rumors that it did get cancelled. But either way, Knott's needs to find a solution to this problem soon, if they want to continue building and expanding and building new rides. And Knott's Berry Farm has a lot of parking lots. It has a parking lot on every single side of it. Here, here, and here. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know what you think. What do you think this park could do to expand or build new attractions? And what do you think the next roller coaster coming to Knott's could be? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye!